Hello everyone, welcome to the Medusa Games Sunday evening stream, and this is the grand final of our magnificent flying machines races. So those people who've been watching for the last 4 weeks, we've had heats using the various pilots that are in the box, and you buy a copy of Magnificent Flying Machines, and each race the winner has gone through to the final round. So we now have those 4 pilots in the race. So we have Mario Fiorentino, who has options open. He has extra cards. He can have 4 in his hand, and he can pick 2 each turn and choose which one he wants. We have Jan van der Waal, who has an extra passenger seat. Then we have Amelia Skyfoot, who has 2 additional flying symbols, and lastly we have the Nepalese, who has the weather goggles, so he takes 1 less weather symbol.
Right, and there's the scoreboard from last time round. Just rearrange the pilots so that we show the ones we're actually each playing this time round.
I should be Van der Waal.
You're Van der Waal, aren't you? Yes, Helen's taken the Amelia. Okay, so that's right. So currently in last position at the moment is James, 67, and there's me on 80, Helen on 84, and Janeway ahead on 119. But this particular course, as we shall flip across to now, as you can see, has quite a few potentials for scoring lots of points here. So this is meant to be an air race across America. Now, they didn't fly the entire breadth of America in these early air races. That'd have been a long way, but they did in the early stages, not too long after this, do some sort of interim bits of sort of like even as far as 3,000 miles in some of the air races. But this is a slightly exaggerated course, but the idea would have been that this would have been done over a series of stages, maybe. So we start off here in Boston, and then we fly to Manhattan. Now you'll see that there are 3 tiles on here that don't come in the actual box. These are sort of what we might call prototype tiles of. But the idea is we put a couple of particular landmarks in. So we've got Manhattan here, skyscrapers, so flying through that's like flying through the mountains, so don't crash into the buildings. But first to land there gets 10 points, second 5 points. Then we go over the Blue Ridge Mountains, then the Mississippi, land at Memphis, and then take up and go over the Rockies. That's the Grand Canyon, again another 10 pointer and 5 pointer there. Past Las Vegas, which was a tiny town in those days apparently, and then you go to Death Valley, which is 10 points and 5 points, but no resources or anything there, so don't get stuck there. And the final position. So that's the race.
So this is the first time that we've actually done something that you can't just do out of the box.
Yes.
So those extra tiles. But of course there's nothing to stop you being a bit creative and changing your terrain tiles as you wish.
So James is going to go first, and he has got Jan van der Waal here, the pilot with the passenger seat on, and he's taken the pusher plane. And so, shall we get going? See how we do.
I'm just letting him look at his cards.
So while he's doing that, we'll show the other positions. So I've got Janu Rajan, the navigator, which uses the weather, which is always good. Flying in a biplane because last race, if people remember, as I crashed on a couple of occasions due to not very good landing skills. So I've decided to go for the best plane for landing. Then we've got Amelia Skyfoot in the helicopter. That's what Helen has taken.
Helicopter, of course, is very good for taking off and landing in difficult terrain. And then Amelia Skyfoot has got such 2 additional flying symbols as well.
Indeed. So we actually need to give you the what's it for that, don't we? Let's pop that there for you. Just to remind you, you've got extra 2 dice for flying. And the 4th pilot here is what Jane has got. She chose first because she got the highest number of points. Marco Florentina, the option's open. That means she gets 4 cards there. And she has taken the triplane, which is one you choose quite often.
Yes, I've always liked the triplane.
Yeah.
It's
bit of an all-rounder,
adaptable.
isn't it?
It does more or less anything. Yes, indeed.
Okay then, right. So you ready to go, James?
Yep, I'm ready. So I'm going to try and take off. So I need 1, and I've got 5. So hopefully that should happen. But stranger things have happened.
Yeah, no problem.
And I managed it.
Okay.
Some up in the air. And then I'm going to fly on. So I've got 4 to get 2. And I do have 3 spare parts.
If it
I'll
lets
roll
you.
those 3.
Yep.
I got 1. There we go. So I managed to fly on.
I just realised I haven't put the cargo out, so I'm just going to randomly chuck a bit of cargo onto these spaces. I'll do that while you lot are...
I'm going to fly on again. So I've got 3 dice to get 3.
There we go. And 1 more.
So I've got 2. Could you look away from
Oh, okay.
It's a bit difficult because I'm small. So, right, well, I'll do this. So gain 2 flying spare parts to use at once.
Alright.
So
Okay.
just grab that.
So this is the test. So we are now over Manhattan.
Yep. So soda.
So you've used up 2 fuel, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think probably best to end my turn there. I'll draw.
Right, so round to me. So I shall take off. So I've got the biplane here with 4 takeoff things. So I took the improved engine. This biplane can sometimes be a bit of a liability to get it off the ground. So 4 dice. Oh, only 3 of those rolled. Oh dear me, look at that. It's not a good start. But I got 2 takeoff symbols from there, so we're all right in the end. Blue plane gets me to there. I will take off so fly on from there. 2 symbols needed off 5 dice I've got, so I've taken the Superior Wing design. Again, I haven't quite rolled everything, but I've got enough flying symbols, so all right. And lose 1 dice. That's 4 to continue. I've got 4 there, 5, and I only needed, what was it, 2? So we're okay. I'm also going to stop there because I'm lined up at 2nd place for landing in Manhattan. So I am done. So round to Jane, who's taken the so Helen rather, who's got the helicopter.
Yep. Okay. So just going to take off. So I get what, 5?
You have 5 you have 5 dice to take off. Yep, and you only need.
I guess yeah. 5 to get 1.
To get 1. Yeah.
Although, as we've shown over the last few weeks, there can be occasions when you could roll. Was it 9 dice I rolled and failed to get 2 symbols or something?
I did get 5 explosions last week, didn't I? Right, you're in the air.
No, I was okay. So I'm gonna. I have 5 dice to fly on.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Just needs to get 2, so yeah.
Okay, yep.
And
Now
I
you're
will
down to 4.
move along. So I have a mounting cargo.
There are 2
Yeah,
mountains.
we aren't going to get those extra points because there's only the first 2 people to land in Manhattan that get those points. So unless they crash.
Yeah, it could happen.
Yes. Am I actually do a flying test?
Alright, not to do what do you mean, a trick manoeuvre?
Trick maneuver,
Yep.
yeah.
So 4 dice needing 2.
Yes.
You got it, yeah.
Got them? Yeah.
Yep, so you get 2 victory points.
Woo. A little flip in the air.
Yep, it's quite impressive to do with the helicopter.
Yeah. I'm up here.
He's up here. And it's 2.
Okay.
So now you'll be down to 2 dice, so you can do it again.
May as well try.
2 dice to get 2 then.
Trick helicopter.
Hey.
Well done.
There we
Did
go.
it.
Right, that's 2. So that's 2
Yeah.
points to you. And then you're down to 0, so you can't. That's it. That's you. You're done basically.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, God, no, I'm taking.
unless you had ways of buying extra dice or whatever, which you ain't got. So you're drawing a card if you want.
Yeah.
And we go around to Helen. Jane, who has got her triplane.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by signing some autographs on the ground.
Why not?
So I'll just get in there to begin with, and I get 2 victory points for that.
Okay.
So good.
So I'm then going to try and take off.
Some dice over here. There you go. Great. Sorry, I should have grabbed it more in one go, but there we are. And you need 5, is it? Yeah, there's your 5 then now. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So I'm taking off.
Mhm.
Now, fly on.
Okay.
So that's 5 dice again.
Yep. 5 dice, just needing 2 to fly on from there.
So that was only 1 dice I rolled.
Yeah.
Ignore that one because that was what I'd already rolled.
Well, you've got 4 there on the others anyway,
I've got
haven't you?
4 on the others
So,
anyway,
on
so
you-
that's fine.
so-
Okay.
So it should be in the air and flown on the space. That's it. So how are you doing?
Well, I think I'm going to hover there and try and do a flying manoeuvre.
Okay.
Loop the loop.
You're copying me.
Yeah. Look,
And
I don't think they're going to be impressed by this, to be honest. You know, they've seen a helicopter do it. You know?
Yeah.
So
we shall see. How many do I need? 2?
2.
So I got my 2.
Yep. So you grab your. Yeah. Right.
So I shall grab my points and I shall leave it there.
Right, so grab a card if you need it. We're back down to first player. We need to check the weather, which is here. So I'll just quickly flip that over. I can flip it over a minute. There we are. Weather goes easterly, westerly wind, as it were, so it goes off to the right. I mean, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll take that one off. Slide those down. And bring in a couple of new ones on the left hand side. Okay, that's one. And we better have one in case someone does a sort of swap the maps on the first thing. There we go. Right, so now it's James.
Okay, so it's very nicely actually fallen in my favour, the weather. A bit easier to land here.
Yeah, so you need 4 to land in Manhattan. Off your
Yep,
5
and I've got
dice.
5 dice, yeah. So I've got 3. I'll just check my cards. Okay. None of them are helpful. So I think I'll use my lucky locket. My drop of courage, sorry.
Right, so you could use universal spare parts to pass it, or a drop of codes to buy an extra dice.
Yeah, I'll use the universal spare part then.
Yeah. Okay. So you pass
So
that.
I'm
So
landing.
So you're down. So you get the 10 points. So we just got to take these from over here because there isn't a 10 point. What's it? So I just showed that so people could see what it was worth. There's 5, 10. There we go.
I can drop off my passenger here, can't I?
You can, yeah. And there is a passenger, 2 passengers to be grabbed here if you want one.
Oh yeah, I'll grab one. Might as well.
Yeah. Technically, you could actually have 2 if you wanted to. If only you cleared some of that space in your.
But then you wouldn't
cabin.
have any spare parts.
But then you have 1 spare part, so accessible.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it, to be honest.
You get a fuel back.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
You get 1 fuel back for free. You could take a cargo if you're not taking the second passenger. So there is a grassy cargo, a mountain cargo here, and a water cargo.
You've
I'll
already
take
got-
a water cargo.
Yeah,
Alright,
you've already
yeah.
got one.
Okie dokie. So that was, so that was a landing. So now you can go for a takeoff.
He's just saying, can you just rearrange? You just
Yeah, yeah,
rearrange
yeah,
it.
yeah. Whenever you're on the ground, you can rearrange.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take off. So I need 4 with 5 dice.
Yeah.
And that last one that didn't want
Yep. So
to
1.
go.
So 1. I'll,
What did you need?
4.
Oh,
So I'll use my drop of courage to get another dice. So that's 1. Where's another drop? Here
oh,
we go.
it's getting worse.
Still on 1.
Yeah.
Buy another dice.
What's your plan now?
I'll buy 1 more.
Go on then.
How many
Okay.
do you need? 4.
It is.
4.
It is 4. Yeah.
Okay, there's
There's
2.
1, and then you've got your 2
Yeah.
spare
Two university spare parts. It's
And you
expensive.
have nothing left.
No.
However, he is in the air.
Yay!
There we are. Right, so you can draw a card. Okay, I'm going to go. I now go for my landing. 6
Because
dice.
James has got to stop at the water square. He's got to stop at the Mississippi because he's got 2 water cargoes, so that's the only place he could drop them off.
Right, here we go.
The whole thing.
Needing 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so I'm down safely.
Should we have some general cargoes further down the course?
Yes, sorry, I did, obviously I didn't do my job properly. Didn't put the cargo. Chuck a random ones in there while I go for my landing. 2s and 1s. Okay, so I go for my landing. I safely down. I should have used up a fuel earlier. I then get 2 fuel and get 1 back. So I'll just do that now. 10 points. I'll grab that now. Put it over there and see what I can do with that. I'm going. Oh, great! Sunk through the board. I'm going to put my victory points at the top here, I think. Okay, and I deliver my passenger, just like that. And I think I'll grab that other passenger, like that. And do I want any cargo? Well, I've already got a 1 mountain cargo, so it makes sense to grab another one, I think. So I will take that instead of a landing spare part there. And then I will go for a takeoff. Okay, so I have 4 to just quickly rearrange here. Okay, I'll stick with that because I've got 4 to get 4 to take off. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Yep. So that would be the end of my turn. So round then to who's next? Helen, I believe. I'll take a card. I'll just quickly do that and then.
James
So-
keeps muttering how he's going to win,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact he won't raise his voice to you makes me think.
It's not as
Not
confident as it.
entirely convinced.
I'm just trying to put you off.
Right, you're saying, Helen, what are you doing?
So I want to land.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you need a 3.
3 off 5.
No,
Hang on a
she
second.
doesn't. She's got the goggles.
She's got the goggles. You need 2 off 5.
Oh, that's okay, isn't it?
I guess. I mean, I didn't manage to get 4 when I rolled about 9 dice. So.
Oh, look at that!
It's just a bit
What a great
over
landing.
the top, really, isn't it?
What colour am I again? Is it
You're
black?
the
You're the
black,
black.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame it was
Take
in a
that
field, and I
first
wasn't
time.
able to see it.
Where are you putting me, mother? Go! Ah!
Right, so you get the first to land points somewhere. Are they there? There he is.
The one farmer was like, "Whoa, did you see that plane? It landed really well."
Helicopter.
Helicopter, yeah.
Right. So now
Okay.
what?
You could ditch a spare part and get
There's a
new
mountain and a
car-
water cargo there, and a passenger.
Yeah, so if I ditch the if I get rid of this, the take off spare part there,
Yeah.
and take another mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will I go?
Fair enough. Right.
Okay.
So now you go for it.
Because I landed,
Mhm.
I don't need any more.
No, you fully
Fuel.
filled.
Yeah.
So I don't need anything.
No.
I can just go again.
Yeah. You go again. Take off. Yeah.
Okay, so 5 dice, and I just need to get 2 because I ignore the weather.
Yeah.
It's okay. I took off. I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about all that fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not a lot of point in me trying to land in that field, or indeed in Manhattan, because people have swooped in and taken everything. So I am going to just fly on, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play this speed trial card, which is score 1 victory point for each terrain tile you pass through this turn. And I'm just going to see how far I can get down the course.
All right.
I've got all my fuel with me at the moment.
You have to do that at the beginning of your turn. Play that card.
Score 1 point for every train tile you pass through. Yeah, I mean you have to play it before you.
Have to play it for the flying phase anyway.
Yeah, before you do the flying. Yeah.
So, okay, how many did I need to fly on?
You've got 5 there anyway, so it's going to be your 2, 3. You need 3 to fly on.
Okay, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I can fly on. Whoops. Woo.
Okay.
Okay.
Pop yourself above us or something for a minute. And Okay.
Right, there we are.
then, right. So then you go flying on them.
So I'm going to go flying on.
So now you need 4 to get off. If you need 5 symbols off 4 dice.
I've got 3 symbols.
Yeah.
And I've also got a card here which I'll play, which is a flying symbol.
Okay. So that's you to 4, and you needed 5.
And I've got a spare part.
Okay. So you passed. On you go. So you're now over the mountains.
I'm now over the mountains.
You're the green one. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. How are you doing?
So
So you would now need 5 off 4.
I would need 5 off 4. That's a bit risky. But on the other hand, if I ended up
So 5 off. Yeah, it is 4 off 4. Yeah.
mm,
The 5 off 3, isn't it? You've already gone twice.
I've
Yeah.
already gone twice. It's
Yeah.
5 off 3. What's the odds of that? I don't think I'm going to do that actually. I'll take my 2 victory points for the 2 terrain tiles I've got through, and instead I'm now going to try and land.
Okay. And you take 2 points. And your landing in that there mountain is 5 you need off your. You got 5, haven't you? 5 off 5.
Ha! That's not very useful
Mm-hmm.
at all.
You've gone 2 spaces. You can't. Well, you can't. Yeah, you can't use fuel to pass a landing test anyway, can you? So
No, can't use fuel to pass the landing test. and
You have one spare part. So unless you've got something on the cards, you are going down.
well, how many did I need?
You needed five, didn't you?
5, and I've got none. Maximum I can make other ways is 3.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything around that. I'm
Okay.
just going to have to land.
Okay, so you take damage from your catastrophically failed flying test. So it was a landing test, wasn't it? It was. So it was a catastrophically failed landing test. So you take 2 lots of damage, and you don't get your points, but you can deliver your mountain cargo. And that'll be the end of your turn. You grab a card, of course. Yeah, for the damage.
Dear
Right.
me, that's not good.
Right, so James, we're back to player 1, so I'm going to just turn over this weather card. Weather changes over the town, which is Manhattan. So, this is where we are. Let's see how bad this is for
I've
us.
already went through everything.
Snowstorm.
It's a snowstorm, it's snow in Manhattan. Okay,
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought I was just saying it.
yeah.
Be nice if it
Just
was
to be cruel.
bit of snow.
No need.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
you said you had a plan, so let's see it.
Okay, so my plan is, get this, to fly on. It just might work. So I've got 4 to get 4.
4 to get 4.
I've got 3. Don't look on the cards.
Okay.
I'll discard this card. So I'm going on.
Yep.
Then I've got 3 to get.
4, because you ignore the 1 weather there, don't you, with your goggles?
No, I don't have the goggles.
Oh, you've got to go. Oh, right, so you need to get 5 then.
Yeah.
You need to get 5, you flew on.
I do have 2 spare parts for it.
Yep, you do have spare parts, nothing left in your equipment, but yeah.
So that's 1. If I've got spare parts, that's 2, 3.
So if you've got it on a card, then you would just fail the test, which means that's the end of the flight phase. You could then try again, but you'd be 1 dice down. So you
Can I?
yeah.
If I
You could
just
burn
not-
2 fuel.
Oh.
Or
Yeah, so if I discard that card, that puts me on 4.
that would put you onto 1, 2, 3, 4, wouldn't it? And you're needing 5 though.
Yeah, so can I burn a fuel?
You could burn. Well, burning 2 fuel automatically passes a test. You don't need any other symbols. Then you just do it.
Oh, I'll do that then.
But obviously, you've only got 1 fuel left, so the maximum you can go is, you can't go any further because you've got no fuel, to do 2 spaces.
I think I'll do that because I need to land there anyway, because I need to drop off my water cargo.
This is your. Where are you now? You're the.
Yeah,
you're
I'm the
this one.
yellow.
Oh, I see.
He's
Of
got
course.
2 water
Yeah.
cargoes.
Okay, so on you go. So you went to there, yeah, and you.
And I don't.
So 2 fuel, and then you go for you go for a landing. So your landing there is 5 dice to get 4.
Mhm. And I have a spare part as well. So. Oops. Sorry, it's gone a bit wrong. So we've got 1, 2.
That's 4. No, so you went away for landing. So you got 2. You got 2, haven't you? So
And a spare part.
you need 1 more. Otherwise you're crashing in the Mississippi.
No, I think that's it. I think I've only got.
Okay, so
Right.
don't use a spare part then, but you basically do a crash landing, which means you can't get the first to land, but you can deliver your water cargo,
Okay.
and you'll take basically a couple of damage markers.
So far, both James and I have managed to crash.
Yeah.
But
Woo!
Oh dear.
Right. Okie dokie. Right, well, so I guess it's round to me. You can draw a card then, James. I am going to attempt to fly on as well. It's not be going very well for everybody, but we'll see. With 5 dice over here. Okay, let's see how we go. only get one. Not good either. So let me just have a quick look at my cards. So I'm not really looking at much. Let's see if I can do anything. Otherwise, I might have to use my flying. What's it? I can do a do-over there. I might be doing that actually. That's probably the most efficient thing.
Was your plan to crash?
Okay.
Was that to get the sympathy?
I will play the do-over, which is that one. I don't know where the discard is, so it's there, isn't it? That I've still got. So, and I'll re-roll those 5 dice again. Re-roll the ones I do-overs. Is it all the ones, or is it? Re-roll those do-over when you failed a test to re-roll as many dice as you wish. So I'll keep the one that's got the 1 flying symbol on. And I will roll the others. This time I get 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm on 4, and I needed 4. So we're fine. Here we go. Right. So now I will lose a dice, down to 4 dice to get 4 for me, because I ignore 1 due to the navigator. To get 4, and I've got 3. So at that point, I'll just use a charge of the flying manual. Yeah. Now I would be down to 3 to get 4. I'm going to go for that. Okay, and that would be 3 there, so I'll use my spare part, which is that one there, isn't it? Yeah, and that will be 3 fuel, which is all I've got. So that basically is actually I was in the air, so so I'll go for a landing. All fuel gone.
I don't know. So, despite having won 3 of the 4 heats, I don't think I'm going to win the final.
Well, you're still ahead on the points though, so we'll have to see, won't we? Right, so I have 6 dice to land here. I'm only needing 1. I'll roll these 5 and go grab another one if I need it. But I don't, so I'm down. So I'm safely down. So I grab that 7 points. I will shove it up there, and I will deliver my passenger. Get a fuel back for free. Landing there now. About equipment. I'm happy with that. Happy with that. I only use 1 charge with flying manual. So I think, to be honest, I'm probably going to just draw a card and call it a day and carry on from there. So round to Helen.
How many minus points are damage at the end?
1 point for each. There is a piece of equipment. The damage repair kit, I think, is in the. So look at the equipment. There is a damage repair kit in the equipment, which can remove.
Also,
damage.
can't you do it as like a last airfield move to get rid of any damage?
Yes, you
as
can.
well?
Yeah, if you're sufficiently early enough on the final airfield, you might be able to repair stuff then as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So what are you up to? You're all the way back here, and impress the farmers with your aeronautical stuff.
The loop.
Yeah.
Did nobody land in?
Yeah, in Manhattan we did. Yeah, those are gone now. Those are just showing what was there. Yeah.
Oh, you're just showing what was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they're different from normal, so I just printed them on the thing, but they're all.
Oh,
gone.
right. Okay.
But this 4 point here is available, and this 3 point here.
Yeah, because I managed
Or the
to
4
crash.
4 point here. I don't know how far you can get.
Okay.
Because both James and James have basically crashed into their relevant spaces.
Okay. So if I fly on.
Ironic, because I didn't want to risk flying on any further. I thought it was too likely I'd crash, and I crashed anyway when I tried to land. So
Yep.
there we go.
So you need what do you got? You've got 4 dice, 5 dice to get. You've got the goggles, haven't you? 2. Yeah. Oh. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I go on.
Just realised I sort of cheated there because I didn't check the weather over that airfield. I've got 3 landing dice, and it is 3. So that's alright. Okay, you go on. So you're flying on, so then you'd be down to 4 to get 4.
Yeah. So we've got
2,
3,
3.
and I've got a spare part.
Spot part. So you're on.
Okay, so yes, the damage repair kit, once in the game, when on the ground, discard to gain an extra phase to perform a repair and scavenge action. Remove all damage markers from the flying machine and discard them. These damage markers are not counted as minus victory points to gain it.
Yep. So Jane and James will probably both be eyeing at the damage repair kit.
So is this 4 pointer still?
Yep.
It is, because I crashed.
She crashed, so you could go for a landing in the mountains, and you've got mountain cargoes, haven't you?
So aren't I better at max 2? So what does this mean again?
So that means that the maximum that the terrain element of the landing is can be a 2. So this
instead
is
of a 4, which it will be for anyone else.
for landing and taking off. It's only a 2.
And
Plus
then,
1 for the weather, but you ignore that as well. So for you to land on the mountains, it's only a 2 you need.
See, I got up to 4, but I needed 5, which is why I crashed. But you'll be able to do it with a 2.
You say that. Go. Ooh. God, I'm good at landing, aren't I?
Well, that is what a helicopter's designed for.
This time no farmers around, but maybe a sheep's or that. So you get to grab those 4 points. You get a fuel back for you. You got 2 spaces this turn, didn't you? So you'd have used
I went 2 spaces, yeah. So it went and came back, I guess.
Yeah. So you'd be down 1 cube overall.
So I'm what? Sorry.
Well, you lost 2 and then got 1 back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. You flew and you landed, didn't you? So you're done. So you're drawing a card. So that round to Marco. What's Marco up to then?
Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's get rid of that card that was from before.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to extra options. Play when on the ground. Store any 2 spare parts here to use as you wish. So I'm going to do that.
So let's pop that next to you, I think.
Pop that next to me,
and
and I'm going to score. I'm going to store a flying spare part and a takeoff spare part. I think.
All right, so you take off spare part. Yeah, there you go. That's what you want. Okay.
Now, I need to do a repair and scavenge because of the mess I'm in.
Yeah, so you transfer the damage into your scoreboard area. You get 1 fuel cube back for free. And then the resources in that place are 2 by the look of things, yeah? So you can choose 2 other things for your land.
So I can get 2 of fuel.
Yeah. And that is your...
And then I can play the efficient crew card, play one on the ground to take any 2 spare parts, providing you have the space to store them. Okay. So I do have space.
You do, yep.
So I will take another flying and another takeoff spare part, I think.
Okay. So a flying and a takeoff spare part. Yeah. That's 1. That's the other.
And now I'm going to actually take off.
Okay.
Because the repair and scavenge was phase 1.
Yep.
So all I can now do is take off. No problem. Okay, that's me done.
Yep. Right, so around to first player again. So that's James. Let's check the weather. Weather changes over water areas, which is this one here.
So I think I need to get some fuel back.
You need to do a repair and scavenge action to remove the damage, and which will include getting fuel and things. So you put those 2 into your score area. You'll get 1 fuel back then for free, and then there are 2 resources. Where are you? You're here. There are 2 resources there, so you can get 2 fuel or 2 spare parts or one of each, whatever you want. Ready?
I'll get 2 fuel.
Okay.
And then it's probably worth me taking off and then trying to land in the.
You use to do the repair and scavenge as a phase. So you'll have to just take off this turn, and then next turn you'll fly on and land. Yeah.
All right then.
So your takeoff is 4 needed off a total of 5 dice.
Tinkle did.
Maybe.
Didn't.
Yep, no problem.
Yep.
Yeah, you
so
did.
I did. I did.
You're in the air, so that's you done. So you're drawing a card. Right, around to me. So let's see where I am at the moment. Oh yes, I'm in the air. I realised I didn't actually grab anything in terms of cargo or passengers last turn, but nobody else landed, so it didn't matter. So there should be, yeah, there's a certain amount of stuff here. Well, I think I might as well grab a passenger. I think. And I'm going to shovel up and put that over there. And I'll take a 2-point cargo while we're at it. Hoping I can get to the final airfield to deliver that. Right, I'm going to go. I'm not changing equipment because I've got pretty much everything still intact. So I'm going to go for a takeoff. Yep. So 4 dice needed to get just 1 because I ignore a bit of the weather there. And we are. Oh, well, sorry. As a takeoff, the repair and scavenge actually get 3 fuel cubes back. 1 for free, and then 2 more. And I haven't got any spare spaces to put the other one in, so that's just that. Okay, so I've got 2 symbols, so I'm in the air, and I'm going to fly on with 5 dice, needing to get 2 on that space. And I've got the 2, so no problem. And I'm going to leave it there because I've got some mountain cargo here that needs delivering. There's only 1. That's the last mountain space. So I will leave it there, draw a card. That's my contagious love from before, isn't it? I haven't used yet. So around to Helen. Let's have a quick look here. No, I won't bother with that. I shall keep the ones I've got. Right, so Helen, you're currently over on this mountain.
Yep.
What are you doing?
So if I take off now then.
Yep. So taking off there is a 3 for you because you do have the goggles, don't you? You ignore the weather.
It's a 2 for her.
Oh,
She's a
it's a
helicopter.
2. She's a helicopter, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, you're airborne. So
Hang on, let me just check my cards a second. Okay, no, it's not what I thought. It's okay. This is good to know. Okay, so I'm in the air, just about.
yep.
And if I fly on,
So flying on from there is a 4.
4.5, 5.
4 or 5, yeah. That's
I
a
got 3, right? Then
So what have you got? You could use 2 fuel to pass, but then you'd be down to 1 fuel. Then you'd be 1 space away from the airfield. Unless you had a card, of course.
yeah, can I play this card for the symbol?
Yep. Okay. So that's down to that's enough. So you move on. So now you're down to 4 to get. What do you need now? You need 2 on that space to fly on. Or 4 dice. Unless you're thinking of landing in the water.
Okay, so
Well, she took off and then
She
flew.
took off and flew. Yeah, I mean, as in next turn, you know.
so hang on, how many have I just gone 1 space?
You got 1 space. So,
Okay.
so you could go another space. You got enough fuel to get to the airfield and then land next turn, or you
Yeah.
could land where you are next turn.
I'll probably carry on
Okay,
1 more.
1 more. So you're on to 4 dice to get. What is it? 4 there. Yeah.
Yep.
4 dice to get 4 dice to get 2. Sorry, 4 dice to get 2.
Are you trying to get to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
What? Why?
Okay, so swap the maps. Play to cause a flying machine to move back one terrain rather than forward.
Okay, but she hasn't done a flying test yet, so she might have failed
Oh.
it. But so you'd have to.
Let's see.
I might just successfully go backwards.
Yeah.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2?
So actually, if you manage to fail but not cut it, but not cut.
She's failed. No, she's passed. She passed the test. So she would have flown onto the airfield, but because of swap the map, she then goes back to there, and that's 2 fuel because she's on 2 spaces. She
Not
could,
very
you could try again. She's got enough fuel to do one more move, which would get you back to the water space. You'd be on 3 dice to get 2, and that would get you back to the water space.
You get 2? Oh, because it's a mountain, yeah. Okay, I'll do that then.
Oh, sorry, no. This is what's going on here? Oh, it's mountain, isn't it? Yeah, it's a 4. Yeah, 2 to get 3. It'll be down to was it 3 to get 4?
Okay, I won't do that then.
Okay, so you're just going to leave it there and draw a card, yeah?
Yeah, I'll draw a card.
It's alright.
You get the feeling
It's
there's some
not
sort of
sorry.
personal competition going on
Yeah,
here.
I think so.
Just mean to me.
I know, it is. Right, okay, back round to Jane then, meanwhile.
It's lockdown problems, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
I think so.
Cabin fever. Yes. Right, so I'm going to play this engine booster, so I get to roll 1 extra dice for every flying test this phase. So it's just this coming phase.
Okie
I'm in
dokie.
the air already, so I normally have 5 dice, but I'm going to have 6. So how many do I need to get through there? I need 5 flying
Well, you are at the
symbols.
moment. Where are you? You're here, aren't you? You need
Yeah.
5 symbols. Yeah.
I've got 4 there.
You
and
got 5.
I've got 5.
Yep. So
Yes,
you're
that's what
fine.
I
You
need.
passed. So on you go. So you would then be down to is that for just for 1 test or for the whole turn?
It's
you get
for
a-
the whole phase.
Right. So you lose 1 dice. So you're down to 5 to get 2, unless you're planning on landing in that water space.
I've got 1, but I also have a spare part.
So you pass. So you move on. So you're on the air. You're over the airfield.
So I am now going to. So that would be 2 fuel I've used. I'm
Yeah.
now going to land at the airfield.
Okay. So landing there needs 3.
James had just realised that maybe it should have been you he went after and not me.
Hang on, too good to lose. Play to take back any other card you've used this turn.
Oh, you have to play it on your turn.
Oh. Alright.
No.
You can play the dirty trick card on someone else's, but
How many do I need to land there?
you needed 3.
And I've got 4, so
Yeah.
that's fine. So I will land here. I will take those 4 points.
She said you were going for it.
I will. Oops.
It's not my fault you decided to do that, is it?
I will deliver my passenger.
Yeah.
I will.
You got another passenger.
I think so. There's a couple of places to drop passengers.
Yeah, you got
off,
fuel
isn't
back for
there?
free, of course, because you landed safely.
Get a fuel back for free. We get a free repair and scavenge action on the ground, don't
Yeah.
we?
So that's another fuel, and then basically 3 things. We've only got space for 1. So are you keeping the same equipment, or are you planning on changing? Isn't that passenger in the passenger seat, by the way?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 1 more mountain square, but there's still quite a lot of difficult places to land.
Oh yeah, oh
In
yeah.
terms of equipment, the damage repair kit's a one-off thing, but you can get rid of all your damage, can't
Yeah.
you?
So you could keep
So-
it till a little later in the game. And then
Yeah,
use it.
so I think I might get rid of the extra landing dice.
So you're getting rid of your superior tyres. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. And you're
And
going
I'm
to
going
take
to
the damage repair
damage
kit.
repair kit
Yeah,
instead.
pop that in for you. There we are. Right then, so shove that there a minute, and then
So that means obviously I have to get rid of that extra symbol as
yeah,
well.
you do. Yeah. So you flew, you landed. That's the end of your turn, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, and I can get an extra spare part, can't I?
Yeah, you could. Yes.
So I shall take a flying.
Right, back round to first player. So let's check the weather. The changes over the grassed area, which is all the way back here. So probably any more back here probably doesn't concern us because of the swap the map's being used. But I'll change it anyway. Right then, James. So you are currently somewhere. You're here, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm
He
in
just said sorry for basically attacking me for no reason.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fly off.
The trouble is, in one of the earlier rounds, he played the Archibald Smythe pilot, and obviously it's just got in
It's
there.
rubbed off and things. Yeah.
That's because I thought Helen was going for the damage repair kit, and I forgot you were going for it instead, Jake. So it just didn't matter anyway.
Right, so you're flying on. You needed 2. You got 3 there. So you're over the airfield, and then you can go for a landing if you wanted, or.
I was trying to think whether it'd be worth it because there's a 3-pointer here. I've not got any cargo, but I could drop off my passenger.
Of course, both of your bits of equipment are used up, so it
Yeah.
would be an opportunity to grab two new bits of equipment. Or you might decide to press on and just go with it. Or whatever.
No, I think long term it's probably worth doing this. So I'll roll 5.
Okay.
So I got 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is what I need, yeah.
Yeah. So you're down safely. So you take the last point thing. You
your
can
passenger?
deliver your passenger. And if you wanted, there are 2 cargoes there you could grab. You also have the opportunity to
Keep one
change.
just in your.
Yeah, might as well.
And then you can swap some equipment.
Yes. So
Show those over there.
oh, the damage repair kit, isn't it?
Yeah. So she took it, but these
No.
are the ones that are left.
I'm gonna get the aerodynamic tail.
That's extra dice for flying tests. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put that over there for you. And then what's the other one you want?
There's also
The flying jacket.
unless you want whatever this is.
Oh, let's see.
What, the shotgun, is it?
Shotgun.
Yeah, I'll take the shotgun one off.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
I wasn't even looking at it. Just thinking, oh well, there we are. Okay, so this is not going to go well, is it?
Hey, you shot me in the first week
That's
we
so
played
long
this.
ago. You need to go over it.
Time to move on from things, really. Okay, so that's a shotgun is same altitude and same tile as somebody, but you can't be on the ground, so you can't shoot somebody else at the airfield because the officials would probably notice that. Right, so it was you flew along and you landed, so that's you done, so you just drawing a card. Right, so round to me. I am currently over, so I was going to go for a landing with 6 dice. Well, 4 there, I'll roll the 4 and then I'll grab 2 if I need them.
I must admit, I should quite miss our Sunday evening things when
1.
James is meeting
Blimey.
Harold. Here we go.
Okay, so I'm going to need 3 more from somewhere. So actually what I think I will do at that stage is I'm going to, rather than bother re-rolling all sorts of things, I'm going to use the Contagious Luck. So I take a luck token, use it straight away to pass the test, then give a luck token to somebody else. So, as linking along there at the back there. So out of the 3 people in this particular race, I think that's probably the most sensible. So I shall give it to Helen.
Thank you.
Right, and I landed safely. I get my 4 points for landing safely. I deliver my 2 mountain cargoes. These are all going at the top, aren't they? That's it. Like that. Would have got a fuel back, but I've not used any. There's nothing to grab, so I'll just go for a takeoff with 4 dice. Okay. Okay, I got 4. I needed 4, no, 5 actually, but -1 for the navigator. So I'm in the air. That's the end of my turn. So on to Helen.
Okay, so the luck token is to immediately pass something
Yeah.
if you failed it. Is
That's
it?
right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I've only got 1 fuel cube, don't I? Still.
Yes, but you're only one. Oh yeah, you're too. Your problem is you're due to some. Didn't you pass the test last turn?
You what?
No, you didn't. You didn't pass it, did you? You didn't go for it in the end. Yeah, so you only. So it's going to take you a turn or two to get there, unless you can find a way of getting extra dice for flying tests. I mean, fuel's your problem, isn't it?
Or maybe. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to fly on 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5 dice to get
5
3.
dice to get 3. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move this one down here by me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Isn't it 4 I need?
You needed a total of 4, but you ignore the weather. No, you're right. 4. Yes, you've got 3.
Okay. So I just need to. Just going to look at my cards. Is it? Oh, it's pinky outside.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's another. There's another flying.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So you pass the test. So you fly on.
Woohoo!
That's as far as you can go because there's lack of fuel.
Yeah, but I could land.
You could land. Yes.
Yeah. So I'll.
Go for landing. So landing for you is a 4 off. No, it isn't. A landing for you is a 2 off 5 dice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! I got 1.
Yep.
Let me have a look.
Oh, you. Yes, you. Yeah. You could pass it with the look symbol. Yes.
And then I'm going to have to use that look symbol.
Okay. So if you do that,
Yes.
you are down safely. So you get a fuel cube back for free.
Yeah.
You grab the first land markers, and you could, if you wanted, have the passenger or the town, and the town, or one or the other. There is 1 town left, of course, and the 2 airfields to all the towns to take the passenger to.
Right. Okay. So I'm getting another passenger because I've got to do something with those ones anyway.
Yep.
I don't think.
Because that would be, if you took the town car, you'd have to stop at that 1 town, wouldn't you? There.
Yeah. I don't think I'll do that.
Okay. So you draw a card.
Yeah.
And round we go to Jane again.
I'm drawing a card.
I'm currently on the ground
Yeah.
at the middle airfield, having changed equipment, etc.
Yep. Fueled up and all ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to take off. That's fine. I'm in the air. Then I'm going to look to fly on. I need 2 to fly on.
Yes.
Off 5. That's fine. So I can do that. And then I'm going to look to fly on again.
Okay. So now 4 dice to get 4.
So I've got 3,
Got 3.
and I've got a spare part.
Yep. Okay. So when you move.
So I'll fly on.
Yep.
So I'm now over the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
So I've gone 2 squares because I was on the field. So I've used 2 fuel.
Yep.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to fly on, but I'm going to do a trick manoeuvre.
Okay.
What is the flying thing there?
The flying thing there is a 5.
Okay, I won't. I'll just
Should
play
finish
it
there.
safe.
Right, back around to first player then. The weather changes over, or goes backwards down the course. So just shuffle these back down here a bit. Okay, that goes to there, and we'll then, that's it, flip that one over. I'll just put another one in there. Okay then, so, right James, what are you doing?
Okay, so I think I'll take off.
Okay.
So I've got 5 dice to.
Sorry, he wants to shoot me.
You can't.
You can't until
She's
you.
behind you. You
Yeah.
can't shoot her.
I just deliberately play the swap the maps card on myself just to
Let's
go
go.
back and shoot at them. Okay, so that was weird. I rolled the same dice 5 times.
Yeah.
That is weird.
So I'm
No,
not
well, okay,
Well,
no,
remember
you've,
there was
you've
one
definitely
time-
taken off. Yeah,
There's one time when Dad wrote all explosion symbols. That was good.
I did. Okay, so you flying on?
Yeah. There's nothing in the next square really.
No.
So 4. So didn't get any.
Right.
And I
And
needed
then,
to.
you haven't got any explosions.
It does
so
have
if
2
you left
spare
it
parts.
there,
Yeah.
you would just
Two
stay
spare
put.
parts?
I mean, you could buy extra dice to flying tests, or use the spare parts. Yeah.
I'll use my spare parts for now.
Okay, so you fly on.
Now I've got 3.
Yep.
Yeah, 3.
Unless you want to shoot Richard, of course.
Indeed.
Is that a move? Shooting
No.
someone?
It's what I think you could do. Is it once per turn? Once per. Yeah, I believe so. So you'd roll 2 dice, and if you get an explosion on either of them, then I take a bit of damage.
Oh, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Might as well.
Might as well just shoot you.
No. Okay.
No.
Then I'll fly on.
Okay, so you're
I
flying on.
nothing. I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to shoot a pigeon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 2 there.
You needed a total of. You got 3, haven't you? You needed 5 though, didn't you?
I need. I need 5. Yeah.
So it depends if you got a card. Otherwise, you could buy extra dice to try and get them. Using your
So
airhead.
I've got a card that's updraft. Play when airborne, so immediately moves the highest altitude. But that
Yeah,
would.
so if you did that, that would then give you 2 flying symbols.
Yeah, and then you could use them to pass it if you
So you
wanted.
could go up and then come down again,
Yep.
as it were.
Yeah, and that's without using a move.
Yeah,
Okay, so you passed the test. So now you're over the Grand Canyon,
but you're back down again.
but you bubble back down at Jane's altitude.
And
No.
you can't shoot me because you've already shot
Yeah,
somebody
you can only do
this
once per turn, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be. Are you flying on?
No, I'll end it there. I think I've pushed
Okay.
my luck enough. So I'm just going to check new card.
So cue card. Right, I am going to attempt to fly on with 5 dice, needing 4. Okay, I'll put only 1. Okay, let's see what I can do about this. Okay, well, I could pass it with my flying manual, which is just flipped upside down. There we go, with the cubes underneath it, but I'm just going to see if I've got something else I could do. Zoom in a minute. Okay, so that would be, rather than I change any 1 dice, how much am I short of? I'm needing a total of I need a total of 4, and I rolled. Who did I roll? I rolled this. I roll this. No, I rolled these down here, didn't I? Yeah. And I rolled 5 dice. Was that it? Can't remember which ones I rolled. I must be these ones down here. Yeah. Yeah. So I could change one of those to a 2. Okay. That's still not good enough though. Then I've got that. Okay. Or I've got that. Okay, what I'll do then is I will use the lucky to change 1 to a 2, and I'll just use that for the flying symbol on it to get me up to 4. Yeah. So on I go into that space, and I'm going to attempt to basically go for a landing off 6 dice, and I need as a total of 4. There is plenty. Okay, so you need the 6 dice. So down safely.
So you get 10 points.
I get the 10 point one, which I'll take from over here. I may have to. Yeah, that's 1, 2. I then get a fuel. I used up. I only went 1 space, so I don't even use any fuel. What's in there? That's a passenger and a couple of cargoes, isn't it? Flew and landed. Cargoes. No, I think what I'm going to do is rearrange to the second passenger. It's not a good idea. I'll grab 2 cargoes. What have we got? 1 point or 1 point. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so that's me done. So I'm drawing a card round to Helen.
Okay. So where am I with stuff?
Okay.
I'm on the ground, aren't I?
Yeah.
You're currently on the ground over this lake area. Yeah, the Mississippi.
You've now got 2 fuel. So
I don't know whether.
you could pick up that town cargo if you want.
Well, you got to do, obviously if you. It's whether you're thinking of landing at the airfield or not. Because the other option would be to do repair and scavenge action now and get that, you know.
Well, I don't really need to land at the airfield, do I?
No, because your equipment.
Because your equipment's good. There's no points to be had there. Hardly anything much to the cargo. That's about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
But if you do repair and scavenge where you are, you'll use a phaser. But of course, landing and taking off from the airfield is still.
It's 2 phases.
Oh,
It's 2 phases.
yeah.
It's 2 phases to land and take off, isn't it?
So I'm not really losing. Okay, I'll just do that now then.
Okay, so you get 1 fuel back for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get 2 other things, two spare parts or fuel. So you could have 2 spare parts, or you could take a fuel and a spare part.
Could I have a fuel?
Yep. So you're completely fueled up, and then you'll be on a spare part of your choice.
I'll take a landing one.
I suppose it's the only
And then
issue.
if you wanted, you could take that town cargo.
It depends if you're planning on landing at the thing. So 4 fuel in theory, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can get there, but you know.
No, I don't think I'll take. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3. No, I won't take it.
Okay.
I don't think.
Right. So you're going to take off, are you?
Oh, I'll take it. It's only -1 if I don't do it, isn't it?
Yeah. That's might be worth it. All right. So in that case, you're
Taking off.
taking off. So you're needing.
I just did a repair and scavenge.
So
Okay.
you're needing a total of 4 for you to take off. No, total of 2 for you to
Yeah.
take off with your whatever you got. 5 dice, isn't it?
James just says like, "Oh, are you still there?" Yes, I am.
I'm sorry.
That's it. You're in the air.
I'm in the air.
He's not sorry.
That's it.
No, he's not.
So you're drawing a card. And that's you. That's you done. Yeah.
Right, so it's me. So I'm over here. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try and land.
Yeah.
So what do I need for landing?
Landing there is a 4.
4. And I've got a spare part. Okay. That's fine. I've landed safely. So I'm going to play this share the glory card, which
Oh.
means I can take points as though I was the first to land.
Yeah, all right. So that would mean that would leave the 5 points for James.
It
But you'll
was,
get-
but
you'll
it'll
get the
give
10.
Me, but it'll give me 10.
Okay. So should we use a 3, 3, and a 4 because there are only 5s left. Okay, so that's your 10 points.
Okay.
Let's
so,
just leave the 5 points for James to grab, in theory.
So I've
There's a passenger there.
there's a passenger. I haven't got really room.
Actually, you've already got one
Is
in
it
your
worth
passenger seat,
doing
haven't
that?
you?
I've already got a passenger though. I've got one in the passenger seat. So I'm going to have to do something with them. So maybe I could remove that takeoff spare part.
Uh-huh.
And put an extra passenger in.
Okay.
No, it wasn't on.
There
Still
you go.
got a bit to go.
And then I got a fuel back because I landed safely.
Yeah.
So
So are you taking off? Or are your parents scavenging?
help from the locals. There's no point to using that just to get enough fuel, is there? Because I've got 3 fuel, and it's only 3 spaces to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't bother doing that. I will just take off again.
Okay.
So how many do I need to take off?
You need 3.
3. Yes, 3. I'll put 5 dice. It shouldn't be too difficult, but you never know.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty of a dice game.
Snowing in Las Vegas for the look of things.
Oh, lovely.
Seems unlikely, but this is Nevada or something, isn't it?
Surely it's got to at some point, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
is that? I don't know.
Well, I saw
It
that.
gets very cold in the desert at night.
Yeah,
It never
true.
snows. Right, so I was trying to take off. I've got 5 takeoff symbols there. That
Okay.
must be enough.
So you're in the air. You get a card back, and you're done. Yeah. Right.
So I actually get to draw 2 cards. And then
Oh, of course, yes, indeed, with your thing. Right, so check the weather again at the start of the turn. It changes over airfields, so we don't need to worry about the one that's here. Get that out of the way, draw a new one.
Oh, how is it for me?
The weather for you, it's nice and
Oh,
sunny.
it's lovely.
Okay.
Right, so James's go. So there is a 5 point available in the Grand Canyon, or the 10 points in Death Valley.
Okay. Well, first of all, I got a really good card. So remove and discard up to 2 damage markers from your flying machine at any time.
Yeah.
So I didn't need the damage repair kit anyway.
Oh,
So I ruined Helen's game for literally no reason,
I wasn't even going to get it. I was
No.
good. Like,
even theoretically.
no,
So
but that's fine. I won't hold on to it for weeks to come. You're all right.
Just maybe months.
Okay, so I think. So is it 5 points I can get here if I land?
If you land, yes.
Really worth landing.
Your cards are still in.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't see them. I just saw they were there.
Really worth landing.
Or you could carry on and drop off passengers at the next square.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll pick up a passenger. So
There's got any
Um,
passengers. Have you? You currently haven't got any, he hasn't got any passengers.
No.
So.
no, but if I fly on and pick one up,
Well, you can pick them up,
Because
yes.
he's
Yeah.
got his
Yes.
guy's got passengers.
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
flying on's a 4.
is it not a 5?
Flying on's a 5.
Okay,
How many dice do you have?
4. So not ideal, but I
But
do.
he's got
have-
the ability to buy 3 extra dice if you need it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I got 4.
You
no,
got
you
5.
got
Five.
5.
You got
5.
5.
No, I didn't.
Flying symbols.
That one, babe.
You got
Well,
these
yeah.
4 you rolled.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. So on
So-
you go. So
Should have
you,
believed in myself. Oh, can't move him. There we go.
Wait, were you just on the? Were you in the air?
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
in there,
Okay.
yeah. There was just a. So you go for a landing there.
Yep. So I need 4 with 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okie
See the land
dokie.
of
Wait,
Land safely.
4.
So you get
Oh.
the first of landmarkers. Points. Fuel queue back for free.
Well, you get to pick up that passenger.
And pick up the passenger if you want.
Pick
And
up
the
the
cargo if
cargo.
you want it.
You could pick up both if you wanted, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Might as
No,
well.
you can only get one. You can only take 2 things. So if you take the
Doesn't matter.
passenger, you could take only 1 cargo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Also-
flew and landed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's my turn, I think. So I'm going to fly on. I need a 4 from my 5 dice.
And just as a reminder to people, even if you don't get to the end of the race, provided Helen gets past the middle airfield, which she will do, she's going to be scoring points anyway.
Okie dokie. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I needed 4 because I ignore 1 weather. So on I go to there. I'm now down to 3 or 4. So I will. 1, 2 I got there. So I believe I'll use a cube. Let me just check something a minute. I made that mistake last week. I'll just. Yeah, that's that, isn't it? And that one there is. No, that's it. Okay, well, okay, I'll try and turn these over. Right, I'll use the cube to pass the test. So that gets me up to my total I need, a 3. So I'm now over Death Valley. I'm going to go for a landing. So needing 4 to land there off my 6 dice. So we got that. See what we get. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Great. Right, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Needed 4. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm down. So I'll take the 10 points.
And there's nothing in Death
There's
Valley.
nothing in Death Valley, so
Points.
I won't be doing anything else apart from taking those. And that's the end of my turn. So I'll just draw a card, and then we're round to
Helen.
Helen.
So you're in the
Okay.
air, you're fully fueled, etc.
So I'll fly on.
At the moment, there are still 5 points available in the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
Let's see to get 2.
You need to get 2, yes. That's fine. Hey, Helen's scoring points. She's got to the middle airfield.
Yay!
So as I say, that 5 pointer is still there. So if you flew that far, then landed, you could get those 5 points.
So I'm on 4 now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Look away while I look at my cards. I'll just use this for the symbol.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just put the other 2 back down.
Okay, so that's a pass. That's 2 spaces you've gone. So you're going on.
Yeah,
So you'll be
okay.
needing 4 off 3, is it?
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or what you could do, I suppose.
Yes.
uh,
Yeah.
Did you have a
could
suggestion?
Could she gain altitude?
She could. You could use the phase to gain altitude. So that means the next turn you'll have those
2 flying symbols.
couple of spare flying symbols.
But what does that do for would I? Because I've gone 2 spaces, right?
Yeah, so you still use 2 fuel.
But then if you went up there, then you could use another phase to carry on flying. And I've already landed there. I've already taken off, so I can't land there again and pick up those other points. So I'm not going to grab them.
But then why would I bother?
Great. Oh dear. Sorry, I just messed you up
What
here.
have you done?
I was just trying to get to this one queue that won't go away. Oh, now it's moving.
I thought I
Alright.
locked it.
Oh, so not-
Um,
Well, because it gives you the extra flying symbols, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
then you've got a chance of actually getting through.
well, I'm going to actually just give it a go first of all, okay? Before I do something, yeah?
All right. Okay.
So, well, I have 3 dice.
You would have 3 dice to get 4.
Yeah. So I've got 2.
Yeah.
Then, where's it gone? Okay. Re-roll after you fail to roll a dice again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yay!
Okay.
Okay.
So you pass. You get onto there. Yeah. So that's 3 spaces you've got now.
So if you now landed, you could get those 5 points.
If you wanted, or do you want to press on to try and get to the over to the town?
Well, hang on, because isn't this my last fuel?
Yes.
So can't I only go 1 more space this turn anyway?
Yes.
Oh, but are you thinking passengers?
You got.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you landed this go, then next go you could take off and fly on, and then you could land again.
Yes, indeed.
Because you don't have to get to the end, do you? You just have to, if you manage to deliver all your passengers.
Well, hang on. Would I be on 2 dice to get?
You would be on 2 dice to get 4
Nah.
to
Whereas
fly.
if you just land, you can just land and get those points.
Okay, I'll just land then for now.
Okay.
You only need 2.
So you would need you needing 2 off 5.
Okay. Hang on. Sorry. Dice won't cooperate. Oh. What's funny,
You
James?
have a spare part.
Oh, look, I passed it, James.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so you're safely down. You grab the 5 points, which I think is there, isn't
I
it?
love
Yeah, there it
it.
is.
I always believed in.
And
Nice.
get a fuel cube back for 3.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's you done, I think. So you're just drawing a card, yeah.
Yes, I am. Look away.
Okay, so Jane, currently you are. Where are you? You're
I'm
in
over
the air.
here. I'd already landed there.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
So I am going to play fly on.
Okay, so flying on, you're needing 5 off 5. You've got 2.
I've got 2. So I can play my Hidden Valley card. All flying tests on a single mountain tile require 1 less symbol to pass.
But yeah, you're right, it is a mountain tile, yeah.
So that takes it down, and then I need another one,
You have a spare part,
and I have
don't
a
you?
spare part over here.
Okay, so you pass your test, so you fly on. So now what do you do?
So I'm going to fly on again.
Okay, so now you'll be down to 4 to get 3.
I've got 2,
2, yep.
so I'll use this Help from the Locals card as a spare part.
Alright, okay, yeah.
That's that.
Yeah, just discard that. Okay.
I was in the air to begin with, wasn't I?
You're in the air to begin with, so you could carry
So
on.
I'm now going to
You're going to land.
land.
Should we check the weather?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I should check the weather. No, it didn't make a difference to landing, so it's alright.
So I'm going to land. So I've got 4 dice.
Yep.
And how many do I need?
You
symbols.
needing a total of 4.
And I've got 4. So
You're
I
down
land
safely.
safely. So I
You went, so you're going to get that 5 points. You went a total of 2 spaces. So you used 2 cubes up, then
So I
got
get
one back. Yeah. And that's the end of your turn. Yeah. So you just draw a card. There is nothing there, of course, because it's Death Valley. So nothing to have. Right, round to first player.
Okay, so
No change in
Wait,
the
when
weather. Yep, no change.
so I'm gonna take off.
Yeah.
So I need 4 with 5.
Okay.
Stop moving the table.
There we go. So I got 4 anyway.
Yeah, you got 4 anyway. It's fine.
Fun.
Yeah.
So I'm off.
You take off.
Wait. Yeah, I was going to say. Who's being moved back?
Ah, it's all going horribly wrong here. What's going on?
Is that Mom?
Yeah, I think it's Mum.
Honestly, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh,
What's
stop
going
it! Again! I thought James was bad.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna fly on.
Right. Meanwhile, back in the race.
Yeah.
So you're flying on. You get 4 dice
What
to
you-
get
what you
to
doing?
get 3.
Trying to shift.
No, to get turn 3.
So, what do you press there?
I don't know.
Because if you just
I'm just-
let go of it,
There we go. So I got 4,
You've got fine. Yeah.
5.
So you only need 3, so you're fine.
Now I need 3.
You need a total of 3 or
If they're on-
4 dice. Presumably you're flying on it. Did you
There's no points left in Death Valley because I took
No.
5
Oh.
points.
Did you take off that turn, or did you?
I took off, so yeah, I'd have
Yeah.
to just hover
So-
over to the final airfield.
Well, you could. Yeah, you could fly onto the final airfield. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, I
you-
might as well.
So you need. You've got. So you took off from here, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, 1, 2 spaces. So you're down to 3 dice to get 3.
Nice. 1.
Ah.
Oh,
oh, not so nice.
oh, I have the extra dice, don't I?
Yes, you do. So you could buy extra dice to try and.
I'll buy an extra dice for now.
Okay, so those are the ones you actually rolled. Those 3, aren't they? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
So use one eight, huh?
So that's 1.
that's 1.
1.
Yeah.
Then I'll buy 1 more dice.
Yeah.
And that gets
That's
me
sufficient.
over the
Yeah.
line.
So you're now over the final airfield. Use a 3 fuel up.
I'm also going to challenge myself with this honourable pilot card. Display in front of you, score 4 victory points. Discard these if you use a dirty trick card.
almost the end of the race or something.
No,
All
now.
the things he's done.
Yeah. Okay.
An
Right.
honourable pilot, eh?
I'm so honourable now.
Okay,
I
so you're
won't
done.
play
So
a
you,
dirty trick for the rest of the game.
so you draw a card. Right. So I am currently on the ground in Death Valley, needing 4 dice to get in the air, and I have 4 dice. For 4 symbols, I've got 4 dice.
Only one I can look.
I only rolled 3 there. I got no symbols. That's not good. Okay, roll that one there. There's 2 though, and I'll use my 2 spare parts. Yep. So I am in the air. I am blue, and I will then fly on, needing 2 off my 5. Is it? Yeah, 5 dice I get. So fly on.
You took off, didn't you?
Yeah, I took off. Yeah, so I
So you
can't
can't
land.
land.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. And so I'm going to do a trick manoeuvre. Down to 4. I'm needing 3, and I got only 2. I might as well use a cube to pass that. Oh. my flying manual. Let's get a couple of points. And I've got 2 dice left, so I might as well do it again. Okay, so that would be 1, 2 to pass. Oh, sorry, I didn't know all I got. I got 1 symbol and 1 fail. I needed 2, didn't I? I needed 3. Well, I suppose I could just take the crash. You're not obliged to. Yeah, it's a bit of a jammy luck thing to sort of go and catastrophically. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Alan. I just flipped your whole board over.
What? Did you?
You haven't?
Oh wait, it's fine.
It's fine. Well,
That's okay.
It's to the other side of it, but never mind. It's okay. Right. I basically I take damage. Yeah. Because I'm thingied.
Yes. So if I flip it, do you think it'll go back to?
It should do.
There you go. I done it for you.
Oh, you can Jane flip it when you flip it.
Oh, for God's sake, I'll do it. Me.
Rotate it.
Oh, right. I've got damage in there. There's actually 2 damage that sunk through my board. So I'll just remember the fact. Okay, go for a landing. So this is a bit of a jammy one, to be honest. It's a bit of a slight anomaly that basically you could fail a trick manoeuvre and accidentally crash land and still try and persuade the locals that all the officials that this was intentional all along.
Yeah, you were just looping the loop.
I was looping the loop. We went wrong, and I managed to land. So completely jammy, but there we are. That's the nature of things. Okay, I'm needing a total of 4, 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to be bumpy landing on this thing. Actually, I could pass it, couldn't I? Because I've got a couple of cards with symbols on. Yeah, I'll just do it with them 2. Right, so I get down, I grab my points, I deliver my passenger and my cargo, and that's me done. So, Helen.
Yes. Okay.
What are you doing?
I need to take off. So 5 dice to get 3.
Yep.
Okay, so 4, 5. Yep.
Alright, you're in the air.
Yeah. Okay, fly on.
Okay, so you need 4 off 5, isn't it? You've got. So I've flipped the thing over, but you have got this pilot guy. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and then let me have a look at my cards.
Did you pick up a card last time?
I don't think I did.
No, I think you got an extra card.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Was a draw,
Yeah.
yeah. You could also pass the test by using your fuel. Because you'll be down to 0, but then you're only trying to go 1 space, aren't you?
Yeah, let me just have a look at this card.
So the way things work in flying machines, of course, is that when 3 of us have landed, the final pilot has 1 more turn to get to the final airfield, or they won't score any passengers or final airfield cargo.
Helen hasn't got any final airfield
No,
cargo.
so she might
That's
not care
actually
too much
quite-
about it. No,
I'm going to have to use the 2 fuel.
okay, so you use that, so you pass your test, and that's the end of your turn. Right, so,
So that's me.
yep, Jane.
So I take off, which is going to be 5 dice.
Take it off is 5 dice for you, yep.
I've got 4. How many
You
do I need?
needed 3. 4 you needed.
So I've got those.
Yep.
So I'm in the air. Now,
Yep.
I'm going to fly on. How many do I need to fly?
You're needing 3.
3. Okay. but I have a spare part.
Okay. So you're now over the final airfield.
I'm over the final airfield. So that's the end of my go.
Okay, so you just draw on a card. So now it's final. It's weather over the mountains. So we have a mountain space here. It's going to change, and one here. Probably not relevant, as we've all passed. I think we're.
Unless James decides to send me backwards again, of course.
The lightning storm over that one.
I'm back into the lightning storm. You go.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, right then. So James, you're over the final airfield.
Can I shoot Jane now? Or I'm not allowed
Yes,
to?
yes, you can. Yeah.
Well, give it a go.
Not shooting now, or is that later?
Somebody might notice it on the ground. It doesn't count as a dirty trick, of course. So.
No, it's not
Yeah,
a dirty
I'm an
trick,
honourable
is
pilot who just shoots people.
it? Oh dear me.
So I need.
You need an explosion marker on one of these two.
No,
Oh, it
No.
didn't happen.
No. Okay.
not for want of trying. Dear me.
Now I need to land.
Okay.
So I've got 5 to get 4.
5 to get 4. Yeah.
So 2,
Yeah.
3, and my spare part 4.
So you're down. So you grab that 5 point. There you go. 5 point thing.
Yep. Drop off my passenger as well.
Yeah. Passenger
And
and
my
your
2
cargo.
cargo.
And that is you done. You draw on a card. You might get another turn possibly. Have to see how it. Yeah.
Yep.
So now it's me now. So
Why
gonna-
not get another thing to do? Because I've only landed this time.
actually, what you should have done is do it because the final airfield action is only when you start your turn in the final airfield. What you should have done is done some loops in the air.
Oh.
Go on. We can give you a. You can have a go at that. Yeah. So you, if you
you
should have done
sure?
that first and then done the landing. Yeah.
He was too busy shooting me.
I'm
Yeah,
distracted.
so
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you two decide. So I don't have a problem.
You think I should?
You got 4 dice, haven't you? So you could try a couple. You could try 2 loop the loops if you wanted. The test.
I'll try the
You need
loop-de-loop.
4
Try the loop
symbols.
because you
4 off 4 for the
4
first
off
one.
4, and if you don't do it, you get to take damage. That's fine.
Mhm.
So none.
Okay, that's a catastrophic failure. So unless you can pass that, your engine's just blown up as you try to loop the loop. So that goes there, and that means
well, what are you doing,
and
man?
then
You just
then
landed.
you were forced to land, which you've done anyway. So, okay. So right now it's on to me again. Final airfield action for me. So I've got some damage under here somewhere. It's not showing at the moment, but so I'm going to go for a repair action. Yeah, for my final airfield thing, just to clear that damage up. And I'm needing. Roll the dice and see what I get there. That's a total of 1. Oh, well, sorry, that was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and I needed 4. Well, 3 for me. So it repairs all the damage I've got. Yeah, well, the 1 damage I've got. So that's me done. Right, round on to Helen.
Okay.
So, how much fuel have you got?
Hang on. Have I even landed here?
You
yet?
haven't landed in the town yet, no.
So if you land in the town, you can deliver your passengers and your town cargo.
How many more goes is there? So
Well,
there's
chances are you've got 2 turns. You've got this one because Mum will land this coming turn.
okay.
and
So
then-
in
yeah.
theory, I can get there.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Because
What?
no, you could if you land. No, you're right. You could land,
Yeah, 'cause
take
you
off,
land and then take off,
and then
next
fly
turn
on,
fly
fly on and land. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's possible, which means you could grab this cargo and yeah, no, it's worth doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So landing there will be a 3 for you. No, it won't. It'll
Yeah.
be a two for you. Because
two?
helicopter and you ignore the weather. Well, it would normally
Because
be
you're
a
a helicopter,
4.
so that takes you down to 2, and then you ignore the weather as well.
Yeah.
So.
okay.
So 2 off 5 dice.
Even though I'm just over a town.
It's any terrain,
Oh,
any
didn't
landing.
realise.
Any landing and taking off in a helicopter is never worse than a 2 for the terrain bit of it.
Because let's face it, even today, if
Yeah.
you've got difficult terrain to land in or take off, you use a helicopter.
Yeah,
Okay, there we
that's
go.
it. So you go down, you deliver your passengers and your town cargo, and then you get a fuel cube back for free. Not that really helps much, and then you can take off again.
Oh
Which for
yeah,
you-
so hang on. But, I'll have
Oh
to
yeah,
go
sorry.
to-
You could grab this cargo if you wanted.
Well, then she wouldn't be able to get there. She doesn't have enough
I'm
fuel.
saying, yeah, if you,
Yeah.
hang on a second. I won't be able to get there, will I? 'Cause I don't have
No.
enough fuel.
But what you could do is you could take off again, and then next turn you could just loop the loop a couple of times.
Did 2 of us land at Death Valley? Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Mm.
Yeah.
So if you just leave that cargo there, because you're not going to get to the final airfield, but you could take off, and then next turn you could just do a couple of the loops to finish.
Or you do a repair and scavenge action, but you're not then going enough phases unless you're lucky enough to get the card. That's you've probably not got enough of
You
you.
don't need to get to the final airfield.
No, you're probably going to score more points by doing the loops, aren't you?
Okay,
So
so what if I just take off?
just
Yeah.
take off, and then next turn you'll have, or 5 dice, you could do 2 loop the loops.
Yeah. You got 1. You needed 2 plus 1, 3. So I don't know.
Hang on, let me just have a look at my cards. Hang on.
This at least isn't a catastrophic fail
It's not-
takeoff because she's got armor plating.
Yeah, you've got armour plating, so you won't take damage.
yeah, but I wouldn't take off.
No,
No.
but next turn you could still just take off and then loop the loops in the second half of the curve.
Yeah.
I can just do that.
Okay, so you pass the test, so you're in the air, and then you draw a card to finish your turn.
Yeah, so those
Yeah.
2 there,
Yeah.
I've just done.
They're done. So now, Jane, you are over the final airfield.
Okay, so I'm going to play the engine booster roll 1 additional dice for all flying tests this phase.
Right,
So I'll do that,
and you're going to do some serious showing off, aren't you?
and then I'm going to do some loop the loops. So I've now got 6 dice. And now, how do I need? I need
You need 4. Use that lightning storm. So you're looping the loop in a lightning storm. You got 3.
I've
That'll
got
be
3.
impressive.
And I've got a card as well. So that's 4. So I've done that.
Okay, so that's your first one. So now you'll be down 2 dice if you wanted to carry on looping your thunder, lightning storm. There's your 2 points somewhere. Okay.
Well, I might as well, because if I catastrophically fail, I'm just forced to land.
Yeah.
Then I just use a damage repair kit to get rid of all the damage. don't
Yeah,
I?
that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So I may as well. How many did I need? 4?
You needed 4. You only got
Yeah,
4.
I've got 4.
So another 2 points. You now be down to 2 dice if you want to
No,
carry on.
that's just silly.
Okay.
I'm not going to go for silly.
Alright, so now you go for your landing.
So
yeah.
now I'm going to go for a landing. So that's 4 dice.
Yeah. You're needing 4 symbols.
Got 3, but I've got a card.
Fine, so you're down safely. So you grab your points, deliver your passenger.
So my passenger.
Draw a card and you're done. So,
And my other passenger.
well, yes, you've got 2 passengers, haven't you?
I deliver my other passenger.
So you're looping
And
the
then-
loop in the lightning storm with passengers on board.
2 passengers, yeah, well, it's fine. And
Yeah,
now,
just
I'm on,
like,
and now I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
I use my damage repair kit.
Okay. Put all your damage. Right, so this is likely to be now what we should have done with these weather things. I should have been arranging this. Well, You do that. Okay, just got to quickly put these together into a deck. Come on. And then unlock into that. That's it. This will be the
James
last.
just asked if I was going to get any points. Luckily, yeah. You didn't mess me up as much as last time when I got no points.
Well, yes,
So-
when they stopped you getting over the middle airfield, that was very, that was
shuffle.
very
It's because you did it to me once.
One time, yeah.
mean.
I did.
Like 5 weeks ago.
You know?
Right, here we go. Last weather. Let's over the last turn. So West, everything slides along on space. So go with that lightning storm.
Oh, and look, you've got sunny weather to do your little leaks in, Helen.
Okay, so now it is James's last turn, which will be a final airfield action. So you've got.
I'm going to repair the damage.
Yep. So you roll to do a. You have to do a
Landing test.
landing test. So you have got 5 dice. Go with a difficulty of 1 to repair the damage.
And what am I looking for, sorry?
A landing test. So it's tire
A
symbols.
landing.
You got 1 damage marker, didn't you have others on there? Oh, these are here, aren't they? Yeah. So these, and you can. I think you can do
So,
take away 2 of these, can't you? For a.
yeah,
Right.
but I got rid of those 2 with a card.
Oh, you did. Okay, so that one goes as well. Yeah. All right. So you're done. You're drawing a card, although it's not particularly relevant. So it's my final airfield action. So flying lessons would be a 2, or I can't do any more repair thing. 1 takeoff. That's the give a speech one, isn't it? But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a flying thing with 5 dice. I'll just roll these. Take someone for a quick. That 1 more dice if I need him. Oh dear, I only got 1. What did I need? I needed a 2. So I'll roll. I'll roll more dice. See if I can get it. I did, yeah. So it's 3 points, isn't it, for those things?
Okay, so it's now.
Hands go, and this is the last turn of the game.
No.
Okay.
It is, yeah. Once we haven't.
Yeah, but I get a go as well.
No, you don't, because everyone's landed. Once everybody's landed, you go round to the remaining player on the course.
Gets an
When-
extra go.
Gets next go. That's it. Once it gets
Okay.
round to that player, that's it. Game over. So you're going to go, Jane, Helen.
Yeah, Luke, you
Okay. Yeah, so 5 dice.
Yep.
And what is it to get again?
You're needing 3. 5 dice to get 3.
Okay.
And each of and this scores you 2 points.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
fine. So that's 2. Now you could have another go with 3 dice to get 3 if you wanted.
But if you crash, obviously you get damage. So
It's up to you.
Ooh,
3 to
so
get
depends what
3.
you got on your cards, I suppose.
let me just check my cards. Okay, well, I'm gonna play this card.
Mhm.
I'm passing a flying test.
Yeah.
Score 1 victory point for each dice showing the flying symbol, so 3 victory points.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So, got 1 there.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a 2, is it? Is that 2?
Oh,
So you need a 1 as well.
somebody grab me a 3,
I think that's a 3 there, isn't it? So,
and then
yeah.
I think I'll try it again.
Yeah.
So 3 dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
No final act of hatred.
I can't play a dirty trick or lose my
Oh yeah.
my skill and reputation.
So I got 1, 2, and then I can use this for the symbol, right?
Yep. So that's another 2 points. And that'll be it, 'cause you haven't enough dice left after that.
Okay,
So,
so now we
now-
score up.
now we
and see
score
who's
up.
the grand winner.
So, let me get the Excel. I'll get the score mine and I'll get the spreadsheet up. So, oops.
Oh, whatever that's this.
I mean,
2000.
can all agree. That's
Yeah, that's
all right then.
Right, we get the spreadsheet up here.
25, 35,
Alright.
40, 46.
Okay, oop, oh, it's done that.
almost more than that's like 2/3 of what you already had.
Genuinely, yeah.
Okay. Okay, blimey. Yes. Okay then, what's someone got then?
Helen, what you got?
I haven't added yet, but James has.
So I got 46,
Okay. Alright, so
which is 2/3 of what I've got altogether. So,
okay, yes.
Richard, what do you get?
I got 74, my best race by far, and okay. James,
I
how's that?
got 56.
Yes. I think he's giving
Yeah.
me the win.
I got 41.
41.
no.
So looking at these things then, so there we are.
So the winner of the final race
Yeah.
was Richard.
Yeah, I won 74 points, which means our top pilot is Janu Rajan. He's our best overall pilot. However, in terms of points across the thing, James came last on 113. Helen got 125.
That was a good game for you, though.
Yeah.
I got 154, and James won on 175 points.
And the win
So
took one.
overall a player winner.
I suppose the thing about Janu Rajan is that this taking one off the weather is always useful.
Yes.
Whatever the course, whatever the situation. So the fact that he ended up as the supreme pilot is maybe not surprising.
Yes, he's quite a good all-rounder.
So that's the end of that. Although I still think that this the ability to use cards. I mean that's.
Well, that's where your guy
good
came
as well.
second now, didn't he? So
Yeah,
yes.
and he won quite impressively previously. So yes, I think that's also very good. Right, so that's the end of the Magnificent Flying Machines competition. As I say, we now have a couple of weeks off for Easter, and then afterwards, the first week back will just be me and Richard. We're hoping that real world will be a bit more real by the time we get into the middle of April, so it might be that Helen and James will have more exciting things to do on a Sunday evening than play games with us on here, but you never know, we might tempt them back for the odd week to come as well. But that's all from Medusa Games for now.
Yep.
Have a good week and have a good Easter.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.